here at Botto's Got Game. Tim Qualls, along with my good friend, formerly of the Harlem Globetrotters, Joe Richmond.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, he rode a lot of buses to learn how to do that. So, but Joe's currently with the 87ers Associated Farm Team of the 76ers. We'll talk a little bit about that, but I also it's an honor to have one of the Botto brothers up here to start the show with us each and every week. This is Rob. Rob kind of oversees the store. You and Henry kind of watch this whole building here. Let's talk first of all the store next door.
Well, what we do here is we have a gourmet market next door that we handle all your quality food. The restaurant. So if you want to come to the restaurant eat, it's coming fresh from the market. Wow. Yeah, how can we go wrong?
And the market gets it fresh from the Botto sausage factory. And I was just going to bring this up, Rob. You'll probably not be able to help me, but I was looking at Botto's prepared meals in the stores now. What is that?
Well, it's another avenue we got into, another branch of our business, because people are on the run all the time. So they can grab a Botto's meal and take it home and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and there you go.
Is it as good as what I'm going to find here in the restaurant?
It's all bars. It's got the Botto's name on it. It's good.
I saw that. I told my wife, I said, "Give me the meatballs. I want to try that at the house." Okay. But anything and everything you need is in that store right there. But the food in the restaurant, we hopefully have Henry come out here. Enrico is his real name, the chef of Botto's. This kid can cook. I mean, he can flat cook. Is he back in the kitchen right now?
Oh, I taught him right.
Yeah, I taught him right. And Vince said he taught you right. Another thing that you guys got going, you got the banquet facilities. I want to get that out there. If you're looking to do a wedding, banquet, a funeral, I see a lot of funerals you guys do. Tell me a little bit.
We have a full service banquet room that we can do up to 150 people, and whatever the occasion may be, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a christening, whether it's a surprise party, we have it here for you.
Wow.
Yeah, so
it's deck they have out here. This is amazing.
Yeah, the patio out there just added this year.
Outdoor patio, taking advantage of the beautiful weather.
Yes, it is.
We'll be seating up to Thanksgiving in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I tell you, it's nice out there right now. So
yes,
I've eaten out there a couple times. Always entertainment in here on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Plus, in the banquets facility, you are now bringing in special things. You have to keep an eye out for that because you got special. Just had a Neil Diamond thing in there.
We had a dinner show here. We had a Neil Diamond impersonator who did a tremendous job. We had an Elvis impersonator coming in next month.
Yeah. Wow. So I told Vince.
Tickets are available. Please go to bottos.com or give us a call.
Yeah, and that's easy to go to because I want people to know how to get to the website. Bottos.com. That's it.
That's simple as that.
Man, that's easy. That's comment the Bottos.
Bottos.com.
Bottos.com.
We keep it simple.
Wow. And then, of course, Facebook page.
Facebook page. Go to Botto's Tangline Restaurant is our Facebook page. See our daily specials. Features to our marketer on there also. And then you can see pictures of the facility here. You
get pictures of Enrico back there cooking. He always likes to get his camera going, selfies and all that. Rob, I want to thank you for coming up. We got a busy show tonight, but you definitely want to come down and visit us here at Botto's. We do this every Tuesday, every other Tuesday.
New Jersey.
Be back here on the 10th doing some things, but we got some great guests tonight. I'm telling you, I'm excited. New coach up here.
Can I introduce him?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got Coach Hendricks here waiting to come on. One thing I got to say, that the program's really going in the right direction. They're competitive in all the games they play. As I talk to people, I tell them I'm from Swedesboro. They say, "Oh, you got Kingsway High School there, the football team, up and coming." And it's happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Because, it's not only about my business here, it's everything that's around us. And having a high school here, when people speak highly of it, they send their children there. The athletic programs from the fall to the springtime sports, they're all competitive. And they're well spoken of. And we love to be part of the same sentence as Kingsway.
Well, you're big in the community. You're always big in the community, Botto's. That's what it's all about. And June says she's going to be sending us over band people. She's going to be sending us over some arts people because they got it all at Kingsway. We're going to be talking about all that. But always a pleasure, Rob.
Jimmy, thank you.
Yeah.
Pleasure having you.
And Rob will open up the show with us each and every week. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more of Botto's Got Game.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.
All right, welcome back. Botto's got game. And when I say Botto's got game, this gentleman comes over here and eats every now and then. You gotta love the food. But let me take a minute and introduce him. He came from this area, went down to Texas to play college ball. You played for the legendary Hall of Fame. Who'd you play for down there?
First of all, the first legend is Coach Don Haskin, Hall of Famer.
Oh, wow.
Right. Then I had players that played with him and against him, but the best player that probably came out of UTEP was probably Tiny Archibald when he went to the Boston Celtics. But I had Tim Hardaway when I was there. I had Antonio Davis. But we had guys before that got drafted, but don't two names stick out so big because they actually doing great things for the NBA, and also after they retired, they still a part of the NBA.
Yeah, when you're talking about those guys, though, that Texas El Paso team, what a dynamite, what a ball club. Under his leadership and the players. Mike was known, in case you don't know, Mike was known for the best left-handed hook shot that ever came out of play. Because you tricked up a lot of people with that.
Well, you talk about a 6'8" player, 6'9".
I was going to say no short.
Yeah, 6'9", and we had a lot of 7-footers in our conference. So, you can't just sit there and try to make an easy layup. You had to be versatile. So I made sure I pivot, made the right move, and then shoot that little baby hook that they couldn't block because now my body against them. So it turned out great. I got a great career out of UTEP.
Yeah, and then when you leaving UTEP in 1987, the Dallas Mavericks were up and coming. They had a strong team and selected you in the draft.
It was awesome to get selected by Dallas. Just to say you got drafted in NBA, but for my situation, that probably wasn't a good team to go to at that time. They had 11 first-rounders. So that means their contract was guaranteed. So my name was real at the bottom of trying to make that team back then in 1987.
Yeah, because you had Rolando Blackman coming up, and
Roy Tarpley, Mark McGuire, Sam Perkins.
Yeah.
We had a bunch.
Yeah. So you made a wise decision at that point and said, wait a minute, I can't play here, but I can play ball, and you went to the European League.
Well, before I went to the European League, I went to a league that my brother associated with that's called the G League now for the 87ers. I went to the CBA, Continental Basketball Association, for 3 years, and that made me stronger playing against NBA players, the players coming out of college. The same thing as the G League is doing today. It developed me into a good man on and off the court to make me get ready to go to Europe.
Yeah, when I talk to you guys, though, and I've known you and Joe for a long, long time, the discipline and the way sports matures you and makes you the man that you are. You see all this different things going on, but the one thing I tell you, get involved with sports. Because you guys learned a lot and how to interact with people. It really teaches you.
Look at us now. Look what sports do. You setting up with a TV show in a restaurant, you get to meet good people, you get to meet different coaches, players, and then you come here and have a great food.
Yeah.
It's awesome. But you have to get a name.
Yeah.
You have to make a name.
So we forgot to mention one name before you even went to UTEP. You went to New Mexico Junior College under Coach Ron Black, and your point guard that was giving the ball to David Robinson and all of them was the same guys giving that ball to Mike Richmond. What was his name?
Avery Johnson.
Avery Johnson.
and who went on? Yeah, it's a shame Avery wasn't up there, coaching Dallas Mavericks when you went. Yeah.
Could you?
He went on to coach them, and in fact, took them to an NBA championship, I believe.
Yes.
Under Avery Johnson, they went there. But now, today, life is still basketball for you guys. You're enjoying life. I mean, yeah, I talk to you quite a bit when you're in town. You have an opportunity. Your brother did it for 5 years, but then you decided, you know, got the kids raised. That was important. It's been family time. But now you got some time. Your wife and you talked about a lot of discussion. But now you're on the road with the Harlem Globetrotters.
It's really it's really excited because you're traveling like a rock star, and everywhere you go, people just want to be around you. They just come up to you. It's, you know, you really got to watch yourself when you're with the Globetrotters.
Yeah,
because
you got to carry yourself.
Really
You got to carry yourself
certain
too.
way. And you know, I thank God for all the stuff that He allowed me to be a part of, to build myself up to that, so I can handle it. But sometimes, even as a coach, you can slightly get caught up a little bit, you know. But you got to remember that
you got to stay grounded. You got to stay grounded. That's the main thing. And the one thing that they wanted you for is these kids that's coming in to play with the Harlem Globetrotters. They have to play with this. Used to be the Generals. I think you call it something else now. What's the team?
World All-Stars.
All-Stars, okay. But they wanted you to work with these kids to keep them on the right track, teach them, and that's what your main focus is as you coach.
You know, like a little bit of discipline, you know, letting them know that, you know, you got to be on time. We constantly moving. We have to be in them gyms. We got to get ready for these games. You know, it's a lot of preparation up to the game. But, you know, as long as we all on the same page, everything is fine.
And if you haven't gone
we're going to get it done.
If you haven't gone out and seen the Harlem Globetrotters, when Mike's out there and he introduces his star player, I mean, how tall is that guy? Because he comes up to you and I mean, he's got to be 8 foot something.
He's 7'8".
7'8", yeah, Harlem Globetrotters.
So we find them. We find them all over the world.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, quite a thing.
Oh, I gotta ask Mike this question, cause I toured, you and me both. I love to stay with the Globetrotters. I've been to all 50 states twice. I've been to 35 countries, including China and Japan. I've been to, have you? And we on live. We live. Have you eating all over like I'm eating? The food you ate tonight, be honest.
Woo!
Come on, bro.
Man, y'all better get over here to Jersey.
Come on, bro.
Tonight, y'all get a doggy bag.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
My plate was clean,
And of course, Henry, I saw Enrico come out here a minute ago. We're going to be talking about some food before the night's over with as well. You're getting back going on the road. You got to catch a plane in New York and then shoot off. Where you headed?
I'm headed to Brazil for 12 days.
Brazil for 12 days.
12 days.
And all with the Harlem Globetrotters.
All with the Harlem Globetrotters. Then November the 1st, come back on the road again. November the 1st, headed to Asia for the military tour.
Which is very important.
And then Nicaragua.
Nicaragua would be the 24th, right after Thanksgiving, and that's only 4 days. 5 days.
So, Mike, thank you for taking the time. I know you're getting ready to go back on the road. You're always a pleasure to have you come over. Love you guys. I mean, you and Joe both. I mean, do a lot of things for the community. We'll talk more about that later on. But we got a coach we got to bring up and chat with him at Kingsway High School. Big hand for a Harlem Globetrotter, Michael Richmond. And pictures can be taken.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Boss from Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram located in Swedesboro, New Jersey. And today we want to go over a couple of quick fall, winter tech tips to keep you on the road and to keep you safe. So one of the first things we want to look at is your air filter. Okay, the air filter is really important because that's what helps the vehicle breathe. A dirty air filter can make a lot of things. So brand new one versus an old one helps your car breathe better, last longer. And also make sure you check all your other fluids, including your washer fluid. So the next thing you want to check is your tire pressure. Tire pressure is very important for a lot of reasons. Gets you better gas mileage, can throw your car off and on alignment, and also is very important when it comes to longevity of care in your tire. Like I said, if it goes low or if it's too much, you may end up putting more tires on than you want to. So it's important that if you're not sure of the tire pressure, you can either check your owner's manual or bring it into us, and we'd be more than happy to check it at no charge. And of course, the importance of an oil change goes without saying. The more you change the oil, the longer your car is going to last. All of these services are available here at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in Swedesboro, New Jersey, 1945 Kings Highway. Once again, Ron Voss here from Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Bring your car in. We want to see you.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.
Okay, thank you so much. Welcome back here to Botto's. That game, we're Botto's Line Family Restaurant over in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Doesn't get any better than that. I want to remind everybody on the TV show, we're going again on the 10th. We start at 8 o'clock and we go Facebook Live. So you can catch us right there on Facebook. If you're watching on TV and you want to catch it a little earlier, you can catch it on the Facebook page. We get started, and that's a positive promotion. Just go to that, and you can find us on the Facebook page. Joe, I'm going to, you're the guy that works with all the schools. You do all the kids. You teach a lot of basketball and everything. But I know you're in the sports period, and I'm going to let you, because you got a lot of information about Kingsway. I heard you talking to the coach earlier. First of all, introduce yourself, Coach.
Coach Mark Hendricks, head football coach at Kingsway High School.
Mark Hendricks.
I'm in my second year. I replace a legend, a guy that was there for 37 years, Tony Barchuk. And Coach Barchuk did a great job building the program over the course of all those years. So I got some big shoes to fill.
Yeah, that's what, when you come in and you're replacing somebody of that magnitude, that's a tough thing to do. But Kingsway isn't jump change. I mean, it's known for its sports and athletics. So did you coach under him?
Well, I've coached at a number of different places. I coached at Rowan University. I coached at James Madison University.
Yes, sir, JMU.
Yeah, that's right. And when I decided to get out of college coaching, I made my way back. I coached for 4 years at Lenape High School and got my feet wet in teaching. And then when this position opened up a couple of years ago, Dr. Lavender, Craig Stevenson, and June Chaffee gave me an opportunity.
So did you actually play too? Did you play any sports?
I played my ball at Rowan University.
Oh, you was like
I played under Casey Keel.
Nick, of course, are you in your senior year this year? Or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and now what position are you playing?
I play offensive guard, defensive tackle, and long snapper.
Yeah, he's having fun, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. He's firing back there. He's got a big motor. Without him, I don't know what we'd do this year. He's really added a lot of stability to what we do up front. He's got a motor in the way he gets off the ball and he gets after people. I really like, I like the way he's developing, and I like where he's going.
Yeah.
He's going to be a real strong player for us by the end of the year.
I want to know something though, Nick, because you played under the legend, correct?
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah, how many years under? 1 or 2?
2 years.
2 years under him, then 2 years with Coach.
Yes, sir.
Right.
No, 1 year.
1 year with Coach so far,
Yeah.
right? Because then you'll be going after that. So, is there some similarities that you see early? Are there some? Is there some things that Coach do that Coach did that you be like, yo, it's almost like? Do you see some different things, or you see some things that's similar?
They're both like great coaches. They all like get it all together. They teach us like all the great things to how to work and do what we need to do to win.
So is playing football is like nothing else. It's not just so much the physical aspect of it, but that mental. To maintain that mental through 4 quarters of grinding it out, possession after possession after possession. What do you do mentally to stay focused?
I just know that I have to keep working. And if I keep working harder, my opponent's just going to keep getting weaker and weaker the more I just hammer down on them. So if I keep working, I'll just come out in the end and just win.
All right, before I let it go back to Coach, what's your favorite football movie?
Movie?
Come on. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Remember the Giants.
Remember
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans, yes, sir.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
Come on. You guys just had a big game Friday. That was You know, 14-14. I think it's like 3-something left in the game going in the fourth quarter. You guys are right there, and you know, to be there knowing that you need. I would say it's early in the season, but still, that's a pivotal game.
Correct.
That's a pivotal game. How do you get the team ready, knowing that October 6th is right around the corner, and you got to get them ready for another pivotal game, because you guys don't play in those slouch conference?
No question. I mean, we have arguably the toughest schedule in all of South Jersey, and the one thing I think you take away from that game, and not to take anything away from Cherokee. Cherokee is a great football program. PJ Megan's done a phenomenal job there. PJ was a linebacker at Rowan and played in some national championship games, so he knows what he's doing. He's a good coach. And, you know, we had a chance at the end of that game, and as tough as that loss is, the only thing that gets repped into our kids' brains is just continuing to get better, because we're going to be there in the end, and it's a matter of getting the first one. You know, going against the teams that we're going against, and we're playing them tough, yeah, but we're not where we need to be just yet. You know, and when you put that string together of executing your assignments, those wins are going to come. So it's about taking care of the little things, Joe. You know that. I got a mom emailing me about, you know, her starting linebacker on the football team, and he's not doing what he needs to do in the classroom, right? So, you know, she's possibly serving the 1-game suspension herself, you know, and we're, you know, these are all the little things that as a head football coach you're constantly taking care of. It's not just the football, it's the academic portion of it too, that you're spending time with kids individually trying to get them to do the right things.
Well, you're their stepping stone. As you heard Mike talking about his college coach and everything, but he had a basketball coach in high school that guided him to, you know, because a lot of kids can go this way, as you know, especially in today's times, and it's your responsibility. I hate to put all this on your shoulders, but it's your job working with the parents too, and it takes good parents, you know that.
Oh, it does. And we got great parents at Kingsway. There's no doubt about it. They're passionate people.
Right.
They are.
Very passionate. That's why you have to duck a lot when you're out there.
That passionate code for.
Put my kid in. But you know, when you do that, I guess, because you're a teacher as well. So what subject are you teaching?
I teach business. I teach business. I teach a career explorations class, and I teach a wealth management class.
We'll be able to pass that on to these kids, you know, as a team. Because as we now hear, when they pass up that college, it becomes a business. You know, and somebody's going to be, speaking of college, you know, yours is coming up pretty quick. Have you decided? Have you got some scouts looking at you, or what's going on?
As of right now, I'm not looking at any scouts. I'm just like looking at my career. I'm looking at community college for their nursing program, and then after that, I'm just trying to get my life started.
Yeah, when Mike was telling you, were you telling him about Mike? One of you were talking about gaining the weight, and between 18 and 19, you're going to put on a lot of weight. That's when you become a massive guy. And your dad's not small. I tell you that.
No, he's not.
So you got a few more inches to grow and stuff. But you love football enough that you want to keep pursuing a little bit of that, or do you want to go out another direction?
I mean, I've been thinking about it recently. I just kind of got to just see what I'm trying to do with my future so far.
Right.
You know, Nick's one of those guys that's got a second chance.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, last year didn't play, and then this year comes back as a senior and decides, I love doing what I was doing, and took full advantage of his opportunity. I mean, Nick is not a guy that's a finished work. I mean, he's a guy that's a work in progress, and he's come a long way in a short amount of time, and that's why he's up here with us, because he's doing a lot of the right things now that he maybe didn't do so much, you know, when he didn't start.
And that comes, I got to say, Nick, you got to give credit to coach there too, because you know, having a good coach, somebody to come in there and get you fired back up over that. You know, that's got to be kudos to that, because I wish I would have had somebody like you to say, hey, come on back out, because that's what it took, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah. I was frank with Nick. I told Nick we need him. You know, we need you to walk the straight and narrow. We need you to do the right things, and we need you to buy in. And I'll tell you, he's doing a good job. You know, he's not, like I said, he's not where he needs to be just yet. He's going to be there, though.
Well, the one thing I know, and it's not to take nothing away from a legendary coach, and we can't make light of it, is that that coach didn't have to deal with the social media aspect of life that these kids are going through right now.
Oh, no question.
He got to deal with some of it, but not to the extent of those 30-something years where he was doing the thing, because all he had to deal with was the kids and the parents and a lot of the things that these kids have to deal with are really out there on social media, and you can't just push it to the side like it don't mean anything. And for you as a coach, how do you deal with that? Because if you're replacing a legendary coach, now you got to hear Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you hear everything and see everything. How do you deal with that part of the game?
Well, you try to deal with the distractions. You try to reroute those distractions as much as possible. Now, I think I heard Nick calling you an old guy. I think because he was talking about Facebook. These guys they got no idea what Facebook is. They had Snapchat and all these other things.
Hangouts, man. I'm on Hangouts. But speaking of hanging out, it's time. Coach, I know you're going to come back and you want us to bring other players down and everything else.
Yes, sir.
Nick, we want to wish you the best of luck, you know, and just keep plugging, buddy. Stay on the right track because that's what it takes, and get good leaderships behind you. I know your dad's big enough he can still smack you upside the head. But we got to take a quick break. We got to talk about Bottles a little bit and everything else. Coach, thank you so much. Big hand for Kingsway High School.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.
Thank you so much for staying here. And we're back here at Botto's Got Game. We're here at Botto's in Swedesboro, Botto's Italian Family Restaurant. And back with us is Rob because Henry had to leave. Enrico, as we call him, Chef Enrico. But before he left, he said, here's my food for tonight. Now, what are we looking at here, Rob?
Okay, because Joe talks about our sausage al Botto so much, I want to bring out what I usually have with the sausage al Botto. Because the sauce is so good, I tell them to put it over a dish of pasta. So there's your sausage al Botto, Joe, over pasta.
Man, oh
I've
man.
had that now, Joe. That is
Man, oh man.
You think the sandwich was good? That right there.
Now this is what you get when you hold on, be honest. Is this the TV dish or this the real dish?
This is what you get.
No, that's a little shy than what you get on when you're real.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Tim
tell you
can
right
vouch
now.
for that.
I can vouch for that.
So
You're
when
going to
you
get
pay
more
your money,
than that.
you get this right here.
You're going to get more than that.
That's
I
amazing.
mean, they load it up.
That's crazy.
They feed you. Everybody else has to. I bring over Frank. I brought him over and his wife and my wife, and we had dinner, and they all had doggy bags. I don't leave here with no doggy bags.
That's amazing.
I eat it all because it is so good. I mean, you're going to enjoy it.
The next thing we want to talk about, too, is that not only our Italian cuisine, we also do pizzas. Botto sausage over a pizza, half pepperoni, half sausage. How can you go wrong?
Yeah,
Man,
but,
oh,
because
man.
you have a bar flair menu, and then you also have your dining room menu.
We have a main dining room. We have the bar area. Some people just want to come out casual and eat a casual meal, so we offer pizza also, to go or for takeout.
Yeah.
So I know your dad started. Did your dad cook?
No.
But mom cooked. So
My dad talked more than you. But he was smart enough to hire a way cook.
And then taught his kids how to cook.
I could imagine dinner at your house. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but it's here, and I'm telling you, this is delicious. But real quick, because you got the Italian market next door, you got the restaurant here, you got the patio out there that's still going on. You've got the banquet facility. That's very big. If you're looking for a place to have up to 150 people, banquet facilities next door. You also, I just found out from the truck, you also have the catering and all that. It's here for you. Bottles has got game, and I mean game with everything. I want to thank Spirit once again. I want to thank you for tuning in. Until next week, for Bottles Got Game, Joe Richmond and the entire Bottle. Thank you for watching. Yo!